Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Crazy Cool Me, aka Ursula, and I'm gonna give you beginner fasting tips. So before I get into the 72-hour fast that I've done and losing the 6 pounds during that time, I'm gonna start with some beginner tips because we have to start off somewhere. You can't start at just going for 72-hour fast. I wouldn't recommend it, and a lot of other health professionals probably wouldn't recommend it. With that being said, I'm not a medical doctor, so please check with your physician before altering any of your diet or starting fasting. I do recommend doing that first. I did talk to my doctor and she cleared me to start fasting. Okay, so fasting, like we said before, is just a period of time where you don't eat any food. Fasting is voluntary. It is not starving, which is involuntary, where you don't know where your next food source is coming from. So fasting is just voluntarily not eating anything. And we all know that the body, there's so much research out there that the body can survive without eating food, but cannot survive very long without drinking water. So during the fast, we're gonna be drinking a lot of water. You need water. So we'll talk about that a little later, probably in the next videos about water intake. Fasting is a way for your body to replenish all the nutrients and hormones that have been used throughout the day, eating, exercising, etc., etc. It's also to repair itself. You know, if you're exercising, repairing those tissues, repairing the cells, all these things are happening during fasting. And it's also a way for your body to just rest. All the hard work that your body is doing internally, this is a way for it to get some rest. So why do people fast? Some people do it for religious reasons. If you heard of the Daniel fast, some people do it due to, wanting to lose weight. And some people do it, to reverse certain types of medical issues like type 2 diabetes. So it's a lot of reasons why people fast. I said before that I'm fasting because I want to lose weight and I want to have a healthier lifestyle, healthier diet, and fasting really helps to accomplish those things. So who should not fast? Okay, those who should not fast, one, if your doctor tells you not to fast due to medical issues, okay? And children, of course, those who are underweight, and if you're breastfeeding or you're pregnant, you should not fast. When should you start fasting? At any given time that you would like to, you can start fasting. I started fasting involuntarily. I had COVID back in 2021, July of 2021. I got COVID and all of a sudden I wasn't eating because you don't have an appetite. You're sick and you don't have an appetite. So after we got over because my husband and I were both sick. So after we got over that, we looked and wow, we had lost a significant amount of weight and we were involuntarily fasting. So we did our research and looked up how we can keep this going and keep a healthy lifestyle. So you can start fasting whenever you want to. You can start today, tomorrow, but it's totally up to you. So how long should you fast? Still, it is up to you how long you should fast. For me, I started with smaller fasts. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I wouldn't start with a 3-day fast just off the bat without fasting ever. If you've never fasted, I would not recommend that. Or if you haven't been consistently fasting, I wouldn't recommend it starting there. I would recommend starting smaller fasts. I believe I did 12, I worked my way up to 14, 16, 18, 20 plus hours, and then of course the longest one, 72 hours. So this I had to do, this was, I gave myself at least 2 to 3 weeks to get the consistency down with the fasting. So if you start at 12, do that for about 2 to 3 weeks. See, can you keep it going? And then progress up slowly, a couple hours here, a couple hours there. Keep that going for 2 to 3 weeks. And then you can work your way up to the longer fast. So like I said before, I've been fasting since 2021. That's when I initially started. So I've been fasting for a while, and this is the first time that I've done the longer fast. Now, I did not fast during pregnancy, obviously, and nor did I fast right after I had both children because I was breastfeeding. So at that time I did stop. But because I was so used to fasting, I just jumped right into fasting. But because I was not fasting during those period of time, I did not just jump right into 18, 20-hour fast. I went back down to 14, then I worked my way up to 16, and so on and so on. You can do however long of a fast you want to do. So the most common one is 16-8. You fast for 16 hours and you have an 8-hour eating window. That is the one that I currently do every single day. Sometimes I'll go over the 16 hours, may do 18 just because I'm not even paying attention or looking at the time. People will do 1 meal a day, or OMAD, and that is you eat dinner one day and then you won't eat dinner to the next day. So some people do it like that. Some people choose to do the 3-day fast. They'll do that about 2 to 3 times every 3 months, so it's just up to you how you want to do it. Like I said, you want to start small and work your way up and give yourself time to be consistent with it before you move on to a longer fasting time. If you look at it, your sleep is really taking up most of the time that you're fasting. So for the 16-hour, you sleep for about 8 hours. So that's already 8 hours that you fasted during the night. And we'll talk about it in later videos for those who wake up hungry or things like that. But we'll talk about that in later videos. But typically, if you're sleeping during the night, you're usually not eating, and that is more hours of you fasting. Lastly, I'll just give you some little tidbits or tips that have helped me during fasting and that continues to help me while I'm on my fasting journey. Number 1, consistency. Make it habitual. Make whatever fasting regimen that you have, make it consistent. That is going to help you get the results that you want in your fasting goals, because if you're not consistent, you're not gonna stay motivated to keep doing it and you're not gonna see the results. So that's also gonna be, a deterrent. Tip number 2, you want to stay hydrated. So drink plenty of water. If you're not hydrating, you stay dehydrated, that's also going to, make you feel hungry, make you want to eat things as well. So you want to make sure you're drinking plenty of water, and it's also good for you. It's good for your body and for you to feel satiated and not dizzy or lightheaded. Tip number 3 that I've said before is that, you want to start small. Start small in the fast, but also start small in your diet. For us, when we started our fast, we started to adopt the keto diet, and so that helped as well. It helped us because of the low carb, and it helped us because we cut out a lot of the refined foods, a lot of sugary sweets. We cut that out or reduced it significantly so that when we fasted, we wouldn't feel as though we were being deprived. We were being deprived of, you know, something that we really wanted. So if you start a healthy diet before you fast and get that consistently, like I said, 2 to 3 weeks, a month, then start your fasting, you won't feel so deprived of, you know, all these things you've been used to. And tip number 4, if you are fasting and you slip up and eat something, I know that has happened to me. You know, I have kids, so I'm fixing them things, and then all of a sudden something just goes into my mouth. It just happens. It happens, and so I recognize it, and I just either stop, spit it out, or if you eat it, that's okay. It's gonna be okay, but just continue on your fast. Don't start, you know, eating a whole meal. Just keep it going, keep it going. And lastly, I would say for me, I'll go into more details of my weight and where I am now and all these different things. If you see the pictures, you probably can't tell as much, but that is because, you know, for some of my size and my body composition, it definitely worked, but it may not seem as if it was significant, but it is. And I would say that don't be discouraged. And I say that for myself as well. Like, oh my gosh, you know, someone who may be a little more heavier than I am, you know, they may get even significant results where you see this drastic change, and that's because of their body composition and their body. So don't be discouraged if you don't see this dramatic weight loss. You can feel it. I can definitely feel it in my body. I can definitely feel it in my joints. I can feel more energized and everything. So I say don't be discouraged if it's not a significant weight loss after you fasted, but you're going to see results. It's guaranteed. It is factual. If you're staying consistent, the science is there, you're going to see results. Thank you guys for watching. These are the beginner tips to fasting. Please make sure you stay tuned for other videos that I will have about this topic. Thank you once again.